Hello and welcome back to Let's Play EU4 as Georgia. So when we left off, we were finishing up our war with Ghazi and their allies Crimea and Hisankefa. The war was going well. In fact, we are about ready to wrap it up, but we have some business to take care of, and some of this could get a bit complicated. I spent a lot of time offline thinking about how to do this properly. We've got a lot of issues going on in our country. Issue 1, we need to embrace our institution. One thing that I realized was that, economic map, institutions, Trebizond now has the Renaissance present. That is something I hinted at earlier as a possibility, that would happen. And that if it did happen, we would have to make it a state, despite the fact that we don't control the rest of the state yet. I still hope to get it one day, though, because it has a culture that is in our cultural group. So, we want to make Trebizond a state. Because if we look at our institutions, we can see we've only got 3.4%. We need to get that up to 10. If Trebizond's autonomy goes down, which it will do if we make it a state, that can get higher. The other option, of course, is to push the development in other areas, but I did the basic math and I'm pretty sure that will be much more expensive. So we are going to make Trebizond a state. The state of Erzurum. Alright, that is step 1. Of course, now it is not cored, but you can already see that we've got this up to 6.6. That's good. We're going to have to use some of our precious admin to core this. The war exhaustion hits us on this one. I didn't take that into account, or I would have done this much sooner. Don't think I want to lower my war exhaustion either. You know what? Why not? Let's lower it again. Diplo points are not that valuable, though we are a bit behind. We'll hope to catch up pretty soon. Alright, let's do it. Where was that again? Stability and expansion. Let's reduce our war exhaustion. The reason I wasn't too concerned about it is I don't think we're going to take a lot of other land for ourselves in the war, so it wasn't terribly essential to get coring costs down, but that saves us, 3. More importantly, it saves us a lot of other issues such as manpower recovery and such, which is going to be pretty important. War exhaustion, yeah, it's still very high. Maybe that was not worth it. Oh well. So be it. So, now we've gotten this up to 9.2%. Getting close, but not quite there. Unfortunately, we cannot lower the autonomy of Trebizond while we are at war, which is a shame, but what we can do is push the development just a tad. I also did a bit of thinking, and we have enough military points to push our military development a bit, which is always nice because we do need more manpower and force limit, while not risking falling behind in military technology. So, as you can also see, burgers here have gotten a couple of events that have boosted development costs to be a minus 5% buff. We add that to that, we've got minus 15% on that, which means we can push development here a couple of times. And we will push that development as military development. There we go, 1. And let's just keep an eye on this. Now at 9.9, oh so close. I don't think there's anything you can do about that, so we'll just push it again. And, the manpower will be of benefit to us if nothing else. There we go. We are now at 10%. Yep, 10.6. We now need 224 ducats. We will be getting those ducats from the peace deals. Now, we will not be making that peace deal right away but very soon, don't worry, because I actually want to go directly in to attack the Great Horde. Now, ideally what you would do is I would attack the Great Horde, siege them down, vassalize them, and have these, Crimea and Ghazi, return the provinces to the Great Horde. We can't do that because our country would be falling apart by the time we siege down their capital. War exhaustion is already too high. The call for peace is going to be coming in soon. We've got rebellions here and here. This one will go away, but this one is still here. And we've got 2 more that I noted here that are ready to pop as well. So we will instead just give the Great Horde back their land out of all of our benevolence because we're such lovely, nice guys. And then that will boost our relationships with them, that even if we force vassalize them, we'll have a little bit of a head start on getting them up to being loyal again. All of this, and we will also be taking some land from Crimea. Either we will be taking Crimea itself for ourselves, which I want because it takes a while to siege that place down due to the Salt's defensiveness bonus of 15%. Or we will be giving these to Circassia since they have claims there. I'm leaning towards the Crimea thing. I'll make the decision on the spur of the moment. Simultaneously, we'll be gathering some stuff from Ghazi as well, but not too much because we're going to really be pushing our aggressive expansion up against the limit once we vassalize the Great Horde as well. Some of you may be wondering whether that's going to upset Muscovy. It might. We'll see. I think they'll be able to handle it for a little while. They don't start to get really aggressive expansionists until they've actually moved down a little bit further. They don't even have claims down here, and they don't even have interests down here really yet. It might limit their growth, but so be it. I don't want them to get too strong anyways, otherwise they just, cause more problems. Okay, all of this being said, we need to get rolling. He is moving like that. What I want him to do instead is to move like that, and I want him as well to come down like that. That way I get my troops into position so they can start preparing for the next attack. Another loan, that's unfortunate. My troops are stacked up. Oh, there we've got the Crimeans as well. We might actually be able to catch them out. What do you think? Well, let's prepare our peace deal. While we're at it, we can recall that as well. And see if we can get what we want from them now. So, Crimea. What I want you to do is to return some cores to the Great Horde. And to then give me Crimea. Looking good. No coalition issues there. And then to give me a bunch of money. Only 32. Tell you what, is the manpower worth it? For the money that we need right now, 32 is not going to quite do it. Let's turn down that speed one little tick then. Let you guys lock on. Yep, there you go. Lock in. And send him around as well to lock in. And let's get a spy up on the Great Horde. Alright, they're not going to escape from this battle. Finally. Faceting with the Ottomans. Ottomans get yet another advantage. Come on, come on. My other buddy with a better general. There we go. Stack wiped him and didn't take too much of a hit. Good. Now, he is going in there. He, on the other hand, has got to come down and manage some rebellions, unfortunately. What I'm going to be doing, even though it's a tiny, tiny bit risky, is also upgrading this to Eastern Cavalry. Should be fine. Now, get our people slightly more into position. Waiting one more second. Yep, there's the call for peace. All right. What do we have there? We've got just that. I tell you what, no. We're going to need more troops down there than we need up here by far. All right. Time for peace. Let's see what Crimea will give us now. A little bit more, a little bit more. Excellent. Still not a ton, but that will do. Now, I think before I do that, I'm going to declare my war. I have to think for just a moment to make sure that's not going to raise any issues. No, it should not. Take Majar. Uzbeks are not coming. I checked that offline, obviously, to see what would happen there. Notice they were quite far in debt, and there wasn't much of a chance of them quickly getting out of that. So, let's finish off the Great Horde. Come on in there. You keep on continuing down to there. Like you to get into position. Oh, monthly war exhaustion from our heir. Shame it's not our king. Our heir would be useful for wars. Alright, those separatists are also up. I don't think he's gonna make it in time. He's gonna have some river crossings pretty much everywhere. Let's see if I can send him down here though. But that province is also about ready to pop, so we might still get some crossings. Alright, I'd really like him to take that out. There we go. Now, next things next. Let's drop a couple of these guys. Can probably just leave one merc down here. Be fine. And let's make the peace deal with Crimea. Returning provinces to the person we're at war with and taking Crimea itself and grabbing some money. That demand is done. Excellent. We have another province to core now. This will raise the cost of adopting the institution, of accepting the institution slightly, but autonomy is going to be so high, it won't matter. This also further adds to our religious disunity, but that's also just something we are going to have to accept. Since I'm coring, that does remind me that I had promised in 1470 to switch my focus to admin, as I believe religious ideas needs to be our first one. Our religious disunity is getting quite high. Okay, with that being set as well, we can move our fella there up into position also. And we can, I believe, yes, prepare for peace also with Ghazi. Sorry about that. I just need my diplomat back. There we go. Let's get that piece done as well. And what we are taking from Ghazi is not a whole lot. Returning all the cores, which doesn't hit us bad at all. Asking for all the money that we can get. And let's maybe take war reps as well and humiliate. Looks pretty good. So we can further boost our power projection, which is gonna be great. We don't get as much land as one would have expected or hoped out of such a long war, but the cost is low. This is the deal that we want. Power projection is simply too valuable. That is done now as well. No longer valid rivals. Isn't that lovely? That also means we want to get you over there. We want him to come up here instead and to drop another troop on the way. And as you can see, we can embrace an institution. The cost is severe, but it will save us a lot of points in the long run. And I don't think the cost is going to go down anytime soon. If we look at the coastal provinces where the institutions are closest, 76, still 6 years. So, new. Now is the time. It means we can't pay off our loans, but that's fine. How many loans have we got now? A fair amount. We can also start bringing down these forts though. Crimea does not need to be activated. I will be getting rid of that fort, we'll say, yeah, right now. Not that screen. It's the wrong screen. This one. And the reason we get rid of this fort is that these forts, Yerevan and Trebizond, should be enough to block access here just fine. In an ideal world, you actually would move this even Yerevan forts down to Bayezid, and then move another fort, build another fort, say in Melikatis instead of Shirvan. When I am utterly, utterly rich, I will maybe do that. Goodbye, fort. I always dislike getting rid of them, but so it is. This fort as well isn't terribly useful, but at the same time, I always feel you have to keep it because, you know, it's Crimea. There has to be a fort there because everybody wants Crimea. Okay, can we move forward now? I know I'm moving very slowly, but that's because I just have to keep a lot of things in my head to make sure that we do everything we should. Genoa doesn't like us anymore, but that's fine. We've got the institutions spread from them that we needed. I am hoping that we can even get enough money that we can maybe get some advisors here eventually. So he is moving in. Good. They are moving in just fine there. Also good. We do not need the spy network in Crimea anymore, but we can utilize that spy network to fabricate claims on Kuzul Yar and one more claim on Kuban. We'll want that claim because I don't think Circassia is going to be around much longer. So we've got that back as well. Circassia is still happy as a clam. Shirvan, happy as a clam. Great Horde. Return provinces plus 160, even though we are currently invading their country. That's always lovely. Then let's also take care of one more bit of business while we're down here. Because I also realized I can make a state. I cannot core everything in that state yet, and I'm not going to, but we can at least get it started. So Armenia is now a state. Congratulations. Please don't rebel now. But we're going to definitely need the extra power that gives us. Still getting very close to rebellion down there. Hoping, yep, into position. Excellent. Moving to Ganji. Hopefully before rebellion there pops. All right, Ganji is under their control, but that's all right. Battle of Lower Don. I also will want then to get a couple more of you guys up. Where did I put my horse here? Shouldn't have really done that, but all right. Are you really gonna get there in time? You are. Good. You then can leave just one here, and the rest of you can go up to here. You, on the other hand, can also come on up here. All right. Pretty much looks like how we want to do it. All right, Battle of Ganja is done. Next, I'll give them a tick or two to get their morale back and hope that Yerevan does not fall in that time. In fact, we'll just give them 1 month tick. That should be close enough. I really have had some bad luck in the past. Oh yeah, with my forts falling literally the day before I get there. All right, there we go. Everybody's moving there just fine. Okay, that battle went fine as well. Where are they headed? Down to Crimea. Oh, I guess I better raise the fort there then. Oh, looking at the wrong country. You always have to be a bit careful sometimes when you are spending too much time playing. You get a bit slow, and then you're not going to be as entertaining. I'm going to utilize this opportunity to improve relations with Shirvan and to improve relations with Muscovy. No heir. He's only 27, plenty of time. I once inherited Muscovy, and it's actually ends up just changing our game too much, to be honest. And we're a little bit outnumbered in this battle down here, but should be fine. All right, we've got more of these coming together. Good, good. Might as well move him in then to help out there. And just to make sure, move him up there. All right, that battle's not going great down there against the Armenians. Come on. Battle of Yerevan, okay. Battle of Vermont, 1. Yeah, we took quite the hits there. That's a lot of manpower. Knew it was going to happen though, but still, we could have done a little bit better. Given we were on the defensive, we must have gotten some pretty bad rolls. Complaints about the Bailiff. Execute or stability hit. Well, Prestige is doing alright anyways, so goodbye Prestige. And now we can move them back into Ganji, though he won't really need to be there. We're going to be getting another rebellion in Karabakh very soon. But it doesn't do any good to put our troops there where their morale's low. They can stay there for just a bit. Alright. Good. Taking the last of them as well. Getting them done also. Interesting. Well, we're going to lose our siege progress there for a bit then, but well worth it. Alright. Good, good. The last of the Great Horde's troops are away, so we can turn this fort back off, save ourselves some money. Alright, good. Everything's coming together well. Shall we? Yep, there we go. Leave these guys in place, I guess, just to collect some loot. Maybe that helps us out a bit. We've taken out another loan. Ouch, 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 ouch. All right, so how does that affect us? We've got quite a few loans. We're going to have to try to save some money here somehow. Well, we can start by getting our production efficiency up here with our new idea group that costs us only normal price. Yay! We're still so far behind that we're probably just gonna have to leave that for a while, but oh well. I've got a couple of mercs down here, mercenaries, so I could demobilize them, but I'm kind of worried how big this little rebellion's gonna be. Karabakh, 10k stack. All right. Then no, let's well, let's see. Are any mercs here? Yeah, I do have a stack there. So, goodbye. You have served us well. None there, none there. Still got some here though. We only need a 3 stack though to get rid of to get the siege. So, he as well can come down here. We can also then send one more up in case we get some sort of disease tick there. Start moving our other guys down like that. That siege shouldn't take too much longer anyways, to be honest. There we go. Where is our mercenary? He is now also discharged. Profiteering in Gori. We don't really care about anybody's opinion of us, and we could definitely use less unrest just about everywhere. So we must protect our trade. I know you could sit down and do the math on, you know, the value of your goods and all of that stuff, but we're not going to do that. Gonna move him then. Interesting. That's the quickest way, then so be it. No. Select this unit. I'm gonna leave them for just a little while longer till my other troops get down there. Alright, siege is coming along, which is good. Hopefully we can finally get rid of war for a while, because we're quite taking some damage from it. Though we're actually making money for a change. Getting rid of those mercenaries really helped. We are going to have to replace them though as quickly as we can, because otherwise the Ottomans are going to see somebody who doesn't have a lot of manpower. Alright, and with that we have won the siege there, meaning we no longer need the spy network there. Might be quicker to get him back though. Yep, 2 days every day at this point can kind of matter. So time for a peace deal with the Great Horde. And let's see what the aggressive expansion does to us. Georgian vassal. Okay, thank God. I was a little bit worried that the Ottomans would come in. I wasn't too concerned as long as I didn't, take too much for myself too early on. So the only people coming in here as a threat are Nogai and Kazan, and that's barely. They won't be around for long. And I'm probably going to truce lock at least one or two of them as soon as possible. QQ and Crimea are already truce locked. Had I known that, I would have taken even more land. I am going to take some money from them. I don't like to do that to my vassals right before I get them sometimes, but we need money, and if they start going too far in debt, we can, pay off their debts and get some relationship boosts. There we go. Looks pretty good. And we will have our next vassal. And we can move this troop as well then down here. Hello, new vassal. That is irrelevant. Let's check what their liberty desire is like. 60%. See, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's start getting that opinion up and running. While I'm down here, I'm gonna, I am going to leave those all the same for now. I am going to get another thing going here. We're gonna start integrating Circassia. What is our dip rep at? Overextension. We still have overextension. Oh yeah, Crimea is gonna take a while. Oh well. We should still manage to annex them slowly. At present, it would only take 5 years. Cost is pretty low. That's no problem. Excellent, excellent. One of the shames about not having any friends is that we can't get some of the bonuses. I think that come with missions. There's usually acquire subjects, yeah. Trustworthy allies. We've only got one ally. Well, maybe we'll find another ally soon. This applies, I believe, retroactively in a way. And in fact, if it expires while you're still annexing, you don't actually get it. So there's no loss to just begin the annexation process anyhow. All right, annex vassal. Confirm. He's working on that. The other person, diplomat, needs to start improving relationships with the Great Horde. We can merge up here then and get rid also of the mercs. There we go. We now have 8 men sitting there. And there. I best move them all down. We are a little bit short of manpower. I don't believe we've got enough professionalism quite yet. Nope. To take advantage of that. We also we could raise additional levies, but we can't call a diet for another year. And the loyalty hit would be a bit high. I might actually do it though in lieu of even getting military points. And as soon as our last little rebellions are taken care of, I will start doing some drilling. Alright, these are all just the normal. I wonder why I can't make them the core. Okay, because I don't have enough admin. These are all just the second stating. Our force limit is now sitting at 21. It's a shame we can't even get close to that, but oh well. We do need to select some new rivals, though. Currently, our only rival is QQ. The other viable options, Genoa and Poland. It's not quite time to attack Genoa. And I see they've taken a little bit of extra land. Allied just with Savoy. Poland is just allied with Brandenburg, who are your enemies. Hungary, Bohemia, and Denmark. Who's Muscovy not like then? Okay, they don't like them either, but just that they're too irrelevant to Poland for Poland to care. Oh, that's kind of sad. The Genoa province, Crimea, and Florence. There's no harm, actually, in making it both of them. Ottomans do hate us, but I'm not going to make them a rival quite yet. Maybe we can keep them from, directly attacking us any moment. Besides, we're more likely to be able to get advantage against Poland and Genoa. Yep, alright. I won't bore you with that too much then. Poland, yeah. Their armies are weaker than ours. That's impressive. I thought Poland would have a huge army by now. And let's add Genoa in as well. There we go. That is taken care of. Now, despite having absolutely no manpower, I may want to consider taking the risk of building another unit or two. But I'll wait just a little bit. Let's see what we've got here. Kazan. Kazan has announced Georgia as their new rival. We've gained a humiliate CB. And alright, the Karabakh rebels are up and running. And they have a little bit more force than I would like. Tell you what, just let them take the province. It's next to in Yerevan's zone of control, so it's fine. So, times of need. Our dynasty is powerful. However, even the great are sometimes in need of help. Shall we see if the Muscovites are willing to help us? We need more men for our army. Often I like to just take the prestige there, because if they turn you down, it just damages your relationships, which is never nice. Alright. Hey, they gave us manpower. Haha, I love you, Moscow. That is just what we needed. As soon as these troops are down here, we'll clear this out. And then lower our maintenance. There we go. Merge you up. It's not the greatest terrain in the world, but at least there's no river crossing. Should be able to handle it just fine. There we go. Excellent. Hey, and that is even nicer. We can purchase an ability. Well, most of them are war-centered, so we're not going to worry about it at this moment. I'll start instead by... Oh, did I already get rid of my mercs? I didn't think I did. I must have, though. That was rather foolish. I could have saved some manpower there. I'd better double check then. I can never recall exactly where I check for that, so I usually just look on here. Army maintenance, there we go. Nope, no mercenaries, all right. Units do, on the other hand, need reinforcements. Relatively irrelevant, you're paying for it either way, so let's just consolidate you down. We now have 10 units. We're going to need to leave our maintenance at about half for now, so it at least reinforces a bit. Inflation is bad, but not horrible. Loans, how many loans have we got? We've got 5 loans. We're not going to repay them quite yet either. I do believe I can probably mothball the forts. Little bit nervous about that though, but oh well. We'll not mothball Trebizond, but we'll mothball Yerevan. Alright, we do have some Theodori separatists, but I'm thinking that might go down over time. Alright, since, I do want to drill though, unfortunately, that's right. Let's move you guys up to Tbilisi, first of all. Might be worth it. Okay, recall our diplomat from there. Theodoran separatists. That is interesting. Oh, now I'm going to have no access to Theodore since I made them my rival. That was foolish. Why is their unrest so high? Mainly war exhaustion. Alright, I think it's going to go away before they pop. Because war exhaustion will continue to go down. It will be fine. Tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to have you guys drilling and build up some professionalism. Manpower is a little bit more important than money at the moment. Just slightly. Not a lot, but a little bit. So let's get you guys drilling. And at the same time, I am going to deploy at least 2 more Eastern Militia units. We now have a free diplomat. Improving relations with the Great Horde. So let's also improve with Shirvan a little bit more. Core is coming along, but taking longer than I would like. All right, and we've got a request for military access from Crimea. They are at war with Genoa. Means Genoa's trying to take some extra land. Guess that's fine. All right. Got a couple more units handy. That's good. Whoop. Cancel that one. Let's see. Robber barons. Nobles will gain 15 loyalty, and the burghers' estate will lose 15 loyalty. All right. That is actually fine. Base tax in Abkhazia. Abkhazia doesn't make anything of high value, so base production isn't anything I need to worry about. The reason I'm a little bit keen on that is, let's get my troops into position here, is that raises the nobility up to 64% without even having to call a diet. Which means I could do that, and I would then be just fine. The extra manpower would be really useful at this point. I think that goes without a doubt. Gotta do it. Of course, that costs us money then, but so be it. Get you guys merged up. See how quickly this progresses. Already at 3.2, so that's not too bad. As long as we are just putzing around, then let's take a look at what abilities we can purchase. This is always a nice one, of course. Less aggressive expansion. Transfer subjects, possibly useful. War taxes, always useful if you remember to click it, which I don't. I don't really find that too valuable. That is good if you're in Portugal or something. That is only good very situationally. Probably will get aggressive expansion. Maybe that, but I doubt it. Or war taxes. Since we're short on money, we might end up doing that. Depends on what the next war is. There is no reason, though, to actually select that now, because those are all war related, and I think we actually have to wait a tiny bit before our next war. All right, let's just move some time forward again, get this recovery going, then I'll probably call this episode good. I think that did consume quite a bit of time. I realized it was not terribly exciting since there was only one relatively easy war, but there was a lot to do, and to do very carefully, which takes time. All right, nobilities losing some of their influence and loyalty, which is good. We can use that to our advantage to get some more military points from them eventually. I wonder when we are able to again demand administrative support from the clergy. 73, one more year. Good. So, we've got some rebels. Ganja gets suppressed minority, or they get more autonomy. How long are they going to have it? Until 77. 5 years. Which should be more than covered by the recent uprising modifier. I can never recall how long they last, but I think it'll be fine. Local manpower, yeah. Not that the autonomy matters either, but it will in the long term. All right. We've got 10,000 manpower now. That's looking even better. I'd love to get just one more horse. Is it worth it? Yeah, I think so. Just one. Just so I've got one on each end for symmetry. It looks prettier when you're charging. All right. Countries wishing to hire out some soldiers, but we don't care about that. The annexation is going okay also, which will allow us to suck up these 3 into our military, so we don't have to build quite as much. There we go. Looking pretty decent. How is Trebizond looking on their unrest? They had a recent uprising as well. I wonder if I should tank their autonomy then. Since they've got lots of stuff I could use. No, let's not. I'm a little bit concerned about rebellions at this point, just because I had a lot of them, recent trauma. Loans are going to be due pretty soon. Yeah, November of 73, 74, basically 2 a year. We're not going to really be able to afford them all unless we go to war or something, but, did Crimea declare this war? Defender against Genoa, and Genoa obviously showed up totally unprepared. Interesting that they would do that. We'll kind of just see this episode through till the end of the year. Alright, rebels, Theodorans are still, alright. Crimea is now ours, hooray. How is our admin now? It's at 10. Why is it at 9, I mean? I almost thought it should be at 10. I'm not sure why I thought that. Must be a different game I'm thinking of. We may want to consider getting an advisor, though. Shame we can't get the missionary strength advisor. Real shame. Oh, man. He is way too expensive, though. Still drilling down there? Alright, they are. Oh, I almost forgot to check. Yeah, we can make another state. Tell you what, we're going to do it. Crimea is in itself practically valuable as a state. Again, can't core any of that, but so be it. But it does mean we fulfilled a mission. Which mission is that? Conquer new states. Lower our state maintenance and harsh treatment costs. Not the best benefits in the world, but that'll do. Always a shame when you have an underdeveloped mission tree like this. You know, it seems like it would be such an easy ad to make for pretty much every country. Not that I'm questioning it. It's probably more difficult than I think to make sure it's balanced and yada yada and historically accurate. But it's still a shame. It seems like they could almost outsource that activity to willing EU4 maniacs. Alright, as I said, just want to see this year out. Oh, wait. Yep. Sire, our bank loan has expired. Let's repay that one. Yep, at least one. Clergy is now ready to be exploited again as well. So, it is November of 73. I think I'm fading a little bit, as you can perhaps tell, slurring over my words more. So, maybe we take a pause here. We are basically kind of waiting a little bit for recovery. We had no chance to review even some of the big events that happened during the war because I tend to be like, oh, that happened. Okay, quick, get back to paying attention to where my armies are. But in the last episode and this one, we've gotten a new king. And the new king is much better than our old king, other than, not being very good with tax money. What is he called? Then he's greedy. But aside from that, very nice. We also got an heir. The heir is just moderate, though his war exhaustion, kind-hearted nature would be beneficial should he ever take the throne. His age is pretty close to spelling out Regency Council, though, or something there, or worse. We did take a legitimacy hit, you may have noticed, because apparently King David was not very legitimate, but it's building back up already. Our manpower was quite depleted by doing 3 back-to-back wars, but through a friend in need and some other miscellanea, we're rebuilding there. We still have a few loans out, 4 I believe now, which is harsh but manageable. Our force limit is up to 21. We've only got 13 of those deployed so far, though, while we may wait for manpower to recover, but that's not bad. We've even got a halfway decent general bouncing around. Pretty soon we'll have this army professionalism up to 5%, so we can further slacken standards, get manpower boosted up even higher, so that we can then build up to force limit. Minus the 3, because we are annexing Circassia. We also have 2 new vassals, Shirvan and the Great Horde. I'm not sure if the Great Horde will irritate Moscow, but, tough luck. I think they'll be fine for now. Did they actually get an heir? They have not gotten an heir yet, and he's 31. Looking risky there. So, all of that said, I wanted to also take a look at the neighborhood. Ramazan is at war with Genoa as well. They are allied with Crimea and the Mamluks. And they've grown a little bit as they have eaten the scraps from Otto's table. AQ doesn't like us much, but doesn't hate us amazingly, which has been quite impressive. Do they even have any claims up on our land? They do. Well, So we'd better be ready for them just in case. They are still allied with the Ottomans. They have also allied with Ardalan, who was released by the Mamluks, it seems. It's a shame they didn't release somebody up here instead. Would have been more useful for me, because we only have 5 more years until our truce with QQ expires. Alright, we've also got some noble rebels, but that's not anything that's going to help us out. Looks like there's some sort of war going on here. I don't know. Ajam and Timmy? Nah, it can't be Ajam. Oh, who is this? Oh, it is Ajam. Ajam is still around. Interesting. And they even like us. Huh. Would even do an alliance. I wish I knew how big they were. I could check in the lobby screen, of course, and I generally do. It just seems, why not? The intelligence isn't that valuable that it destroys the game. Alright, and how is Hungary looking on liking us? Even a little bit? No, still not strong enough, basically. I wonder who would take alliances with us. Doom to doom. Offer alliance. Ardalan and Ajam. Serbia, Novigrad, Venice, the Knights, Bohemia are all quite far away. Wonder why the Mamluks. They probably still have too many relations, yeah, as usual. Well, that's their fault then. I'm not gonna go down there and keep on trying to salvage that. We'll try to work in concert with them from a distance. Otto's allies are who? Hissen Kefa, and AQ. It's interesting. They do seem to ally Hissen Kefa a lot. All right, I know I'm giving this state of the world briefing a little bit too long, but I wanted you to be up to date. There was one last thing I wanted to check, and that was who Kazan is at war with. Nogai and the Uzbeks. Who are they allied with? Nobody? I find it easier to just look here. No, they are not allied with anybody. And what is the point of the war? Defender against Nogai and the Nogai conquest of Kazan. What, the whole thing? Ukek, okay. Defender against Uzbeks in the Uzbek conquest. Beshgird. Where's Beshgird? Beshgird. Really? Defender against Uzbeks in the Uzbek conquest of Kazan. Attacker controls Beshgird. Ah, there we are. There it is. Alright. Not going well for them. The reason I'm concerned with that is, as you can see, we've got some useful cores up there. By we, I mean the Great Horde. Alright, I better wrap up though, so we'll think about that another time. Nogai also has a few allies that may be of value to them. Nogai also has some provinces that we can take, but they've got some allies that could be of value to them. So we're not sure that we're going to charge in there right away. We've been doing just fine. Our next main priority needs to be to somehow get rid of Ghazi, but that's going to be quite a few years till we can do that. 85, 12 years off, and no way to attack them tangentially at all. Okay. Then, once again, thank you for joining me, and until next time, take care, and see you soon. Ciao.